Hello and welcome to this quick video on getting started with EndNote at NOAA. Today's video will cover downloading and installing EndNote, creating an account, setting up your first library, and sharing that library with either the research team or colleagues at NOAA. So you want to start by going to the library's homepage here at library.noaa.gov. And under Research Tools, you'll find the EndNote page, where we will connect you with the CIO internal website. You'll see that both EndNote 20 and EndNote X9 are available for install, both for Windows and Mac users. Note that the product keys are different for the EndNote 20 and EndNote X9 versions, so be sure to have that ready when you go to make that installation with IT. You will need to email your IT department to do the final installation, as you will need admin privileges to do that. Once you have made that request, you can head on over to endnote.com. I'll note that EndNote is owned by Clarivate. They also manage Web of Science, so if you already have a Web of Science account, that username and password will be the same, and you're good to go. If not, you can head on over to this login page, and you're going to want to click register. So fill out this information. Please be sure to use your NOAA email address, as that's where the confirmation email will be sent. Once you have the software installed on your computer and you have a username and password set up, you can open up EndNote, and this is going to be the first screen that you see. Before we get a new library set up, we're going to want to make sure we are logged in with our credentials. To do that, you're going to want to go to Edit, Preferences, and Sync. You're going to enter the same email address you used to set up your EndNote account with that password. You'll either hit Apply or OK, and you will be logged in to the system. To get started with creating your first library, you're going to head on over to Create a New Library. And in the future, if you want to create more libraries, you can always go to File, New. So, creating our first library, and especially if we're going to want to sync that library, we're going to want to make sure to name it something unique, as you're only allowed to sync a single library with the cloud, and therefore you're only allowed to share one library with colleagues at NOAA. So for this library, you're going to want to, again, name it something unique. In my case, I'm going to open up my library so you can see an example. I've named my library with my name and then main sync, so that I can always make sure to understand this is my synced library. Obviously, this library is already filled in somewhat. Don't need to worry about that. Your library will be blank, as you'll be opening it up for the first time. And when you want to share that library, you'll go under File, Share, and here you'll see, if you already have shared with folks, you will see who you're sharing with, and you'll be asked to invite more people by entering email addresses separated by commas, so you can add multiple people at the same time. And you'll also be able to give people either read and write access or read-only access. So it gives a little bit of functionality in there. All right, and that's it for downloading, installing, creating an account, creating a new library, and sharing that library with colleagues. Thank you, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out by emailing us at library.reference@noaa.gov. Thanks again.